Clear!
There's Codieri with Buffalo Bill Reservoir. Remember, we flew up the south fork of the Yellowstone River, then up Issaquah Creek over Issaquah Pass, and around some of that upper Thorofare Creek and down Thorofare Creek, down to the Thorofare Valley where Yellowstone River and Thorofare Creek come together. Here we are coming down Thorofare Creek. See Hawks Rest over there to the left, and there's the Park Service Ranger Station and the Game and Fish Warden Station. Trident to the right. Been up on the Trident a few times. There's the south point of the Trident, which is right above the Park Service Ranger Station at Thorofare. There is the Wyoming Game and Fish Warden Station. You can see the fence around the cabin and little corrals there. Tim and Fagan and I once dropped a big old snag right there to the education is below the cabin there with the cross-cut saw. I climbed up and tied off a line to it to make sure it didn't fall on the cabin. Pulled it over.
Yeah, I can.
Can you?
Something. Up, 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 up. There he is.
Access to cut it above with a chainsaw. Oh!
Here we go.
There's Tim inside the Game and Fish cabin. Game warden at the time. When Mary and I were working down there. The cabin was built back in the 50s. There was actually a exhibit on building that cabin at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West one time. Just kind of looking up the Yellowstone River. To the left of the upper left of the screen. See the Tetons coming into view. And over towards the Tetons is Two Ocean Pass. That's usually the kind of way you get in there from Jackson Hole country. Come in from Turbid Meadows or the Forest Service Black Rock Ranger Station. And below Hawks Rest is the U.S. Forest Service Hawks Rest Ranger Station, up there by the Yellowstone River. There's a satellite image of it. There I'm standing on the porch of the cabin. I stayed here when I worked for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Flew me out from Chicago to do some interagency bear patrols out here. It's actually a nice cabin. It just hasn't been used. Looks out on it. It's got a nice pasture out here. Fenced in area. Looks out on the Yellowstone River there. And there's the Tetons, and to the left of the screen you can see Two Ocean Pass, which is the divide between Atlantic Creek and Pacific Creek. And you can take Pacific Creek Trail on out towards Jackson Hole. Right up on Two Ocean Plateau is the very head of the Snake River. You call that Two Ocean Plateau because the drainage that comes off the south face. There's a place called Parting of the Waters where the creek actually splits and part of it goes to the Pacific and part goes to the Atlantic. That's why one creek's called Pacific Creek and one creek's called Atlantic Creek. There's looking up the head of the Yellowstone River. I'd like to get up on that country towards Younts Peak and Thorofare Plateau. You can just see up there on big plateaus, it'd be some big country. All right, let's head up over to Trident. This is kind of the way we would ride up there. Come down from the Park Service through the bowling alley and up that ridge to the top. It's a big country up on the Trident. One time I rode way on over more towards the north point of the Trident, and it was coming back and got dark, and I tried to drop down, and ended up not getting back to the cabin about 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was a no moon night. It was darker than the inside of a cow. There you can see basically the 3 points of the Trident. That's why they call it the Trident. Right down here's where we used to come out on this ridge and kind of glass the valley, glass the boundary. And there at Overlook Point. Good part of the ponies over there more on the flats and then walk down this ridge. Just looking right, you can see it's steep off of there. Right there's that point where we would sit. These are the views of the 3 cameras I got running today. One was looking straight down, and this one was looking right out under the wing. Oh, what a marvelous day. It would be nice to be up there today. This is about as good as it gets. Smooth air, sunny skies. There's looking back up towards Issaquah Pass where we just flew over in that. Thorofare Buttes, Thorofare Creek. North Butte Creek, that's where Deer Creek Pass would be, right on the other side of Thorofare Buttes. We'll take the swing right over the south point of the Trident, where we would ride up to. Yeah, Dave Phillips always called that where angels fly. Just a beautiful view looking down to Thorofare. You can see Hawks Rest and Bridger Lake. like some critters have been moving across up here. Maybe Wolverine. Or it could be a bear. We saw bear tracks up there late in the snow. Those kind of look like Wolverine tracks, to be honest with you, the way they kind of lope in a straight line. Here's the ridge we would walk out. And down there is the Park Service Thorofare Ranger Station in that meadow. Track is almost as big as Mary's hand. Here's the inside of the cabin. Got the wood stove going. There we're making Dick Prenicky sourdough pancakes this morning.
There's Richard's beautiful pancake. There we are. Nice batch.
Couple eggs on there.
Better not let yours get cold.
And that's where we would sit. As you can see, it drops right off.
Here's Richard, getting himself ready to go to Trail Creek today. How many miles to Trail Creek, Richard?
What's that?
How many miles to Trail Creek?
I think they said 17, I guess. I thought it was 14, but I guess it's 17.
He's got his ponies. He's trailing. He's got a beach boy with a light pack, and Music, the black horse, who'll be packing the grain back down here tomorrow. And there they are. Well, Richard, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay, well, have fun here.
I will.
Get up to Thorofare Creek and get some grain and come back.
Take care. We'll be disappearing around the bend here in a second. Everybody comes in and out of this place right on that trail. Crosses a little creek, little bridge where we get the water. I've got to go down and get some water here pretty soon. But I am holding down the fort at Thorofare for now. There's my cabin with a little snow still on the roof. Maybe some of that will melt off today. It's already getting nice and warm. It's just me and the animals.
There's Mary. She's up on the Trident. See the Grand Tetons in the background. It's the Grand Tetons, Moran. Here's Hawks Rest, for the Yellowstone River drainage there. There's Two Ocean Pass, Hawks Rest, and there's Yellowstone Lake. And actually, that's Lake Hotel right there, that yellow spot. There's the lake. There's Mount Sheridan. And Mount Hancock. It's up on Two Ocean Plateau. That'd be Mariposa Lake. It'd be right about in that flat area right in there. Right past there is Mariposa. Going over to, and there's the confluence of Yellowstone River and Thorofare Creek.
So the Thorofare and Yellowstone Rivers. Beautiful sunny October afternoon.
There's the Yellowstone coming in. And here's Thorofare Creek. Thorofare Creek. Yellowstone River.
Any tracks so far, not even any grizz tracks, which have been everywhere. I heard an elk bugle. Saw where
Scarlet Creek and Cliff Creek behind Mary.
We've been out, I think it's our 11th day out, isn't it, Mary? 12th day out. Probably be out another 10 days down this country. We kind of rode up here to the confluence of the Yellowstone and Thorofare. There's the Trident over there.
The Trident. And Hawks Rest. We'll walk out on this point right here. Here in a minute, take some video down from that. Just looking at Falcon Creek over in there. Be Phelps Pass in there, and then this would be Two Ocean Pass.
scanning the valley here. Yellowstone Valley. A lot of game down in there. Wolves, bears. Big bull elk.
Actually, I did get my spotting scope on. Scan that valley real quick.
Richard scanning the Yellowstone Valley. A lot of game to be seen. I can see the 2 bull bison that are down in the meadow above the cabin. I was looking out with my binoculars earlier at a herd of elk moving, and a golden eagle flew right into my view. Just swooped right into the view. Gorgeous. The sun glinting off his wings. There was a raven kind of swooping in his wake, just following him everywhere. It was kind of cool. The raven wanted to play eagle or something. And out where he's looking now. We saw some big bulls yesterday. We counted like 11 bull elk that survived the hunting season by staying up here in the park. But the bugling has subsided. This time of year they don't make a lot of noise. They're out there, but you don't hear them. You have to go find them. We've been hearing wolves at night, and of course we've seen a lot of grizz tracks. I haven't seen the bears. Richard saw a couple on a trip up to Trail Creek. There's Richard.
That big huge cell.
With this spotting scope. Glass in the valley.
Over there's the Trident. There's the cabins over there below that big rock face. Elk was bugling over there. Right up towards the confluence. Coulter Peak would be right up in there, but it's kind of sucked in. Sun just broke out.
Yeah, it just broke out. Pretty nice.
That's looking over towards Falcon Creek. Atlantic Creek and the Yellowstone, Hawks Rest, and up Thorofare Creek.
There where we saw those wolves the other day. There's where the bowling alley comes back around, and then the Game and Fish cabin is right there. There's the cabin. Everybody see the barn.
Here's Richard posing in front of Two Ocean Plateau and the Thorofare and Yellowstone confluence.
There's the big Yellowstone Thorofare Valley.
Yeah.
We saw the big bulls. I saw a couple grizzly bears the other day.
Saw wolves out there.
Yeah, that's where we saw the wolves. And within 20 feet of us.
It's looking up Atlantic Creek out toward Jackson. That's the way they go out to Jackson. It's a gorgeous day. You can see Richard's got a vest on.
Yeah, we hiked over just in shirts 23rd of October. Beautiful day up here. We're about 10,000 feet. Nice day. It took us about 3 hours to get up here. And we'll probably have to, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. We'll probably have to head down. Mary's got some good lentil soup ready for us. All we have to do is heat up the homemade that she made yesterday.
Yeah. Thinking ahead.
We saw some bear tracks. As we came down this ridge, we saw some bear tracks in the snow, so an old grizzly bear's been up here poking around looking.
It's amazing, really. Why would he bother, you wonder, with this rough country?
I'm up here just to look out.
Definitely had a look.
Probably was the last 3 years I've been able to get up on the Trident. Hopefully we'll get another chance.
There you can see the trails cut through the timber. One going towards the Game and Fish and one going over towards Forest Service Ranger Station. There you can kind of see how the country's laid out as far as the ranger stations and game warden station. Definitely be nice to be down there now. Seeing what critters have been moving around, seeing their tracks. Old Dick Prenigy up at Twin Lakes, Alaska, where I was the backcountry ranger, used to always say, you knew who lived in the country in the wintertime, seeing their tracks. There's looking out towards the Tetons. Falcon Creek, Finks Creek over there, Thorofare Creek, and right down there towards the confluence. And looking down Yellowstone River towards the lake. That's where we'll head in another episode. Yeah, we used to call that 1 mile meadow. You hit that. Sometimes we'd take the horses up there and graze them a little bit. It's good grass. You can see the pasture fence at the ranger station. They took out the corral on the north side of the barn, it looks like.
There's Mary standing. There's one part of the Trident. That's where we're going to try to go tomorrow, up on top. There's the cabin back over there.
Watch. This is our listening post in the morning. Right here in the corner of the pasture.
There's the edge of the pasture fence. Yeah, we saw those big bulls come right through here the other day.
And one evening we were standing at the corner of that pasture fence and watched a big old grizz walk across that meadow, and there was a big old bull out there right there, bud.
Here we're having dinner, little wine. Mary made up pork roast with cabbage and mashed potatoes. Cooked it all on the wood stove. There's Mary and I had our suppers.
We licked the pot clean. Tasted so good. We hiked all morning and part of the afternoon tracking wolves today. And it was great, but very strenuous day. Whew.
Oh, this shows up to the beautiful sunset out there. This camera. There's a big bull out right behind him. Yeah, there's a bull right behind him. Oh, Chris, two Chris moving across.
Spotted us, but tonight we're standing behind the fence, trying not to surprise anything. We've been rewarded.
Two Chris.
2 grizz and 3 bull elk. Pretty good for a night's work. Not bad.
So 2 grizz and several bulls. We saw bulls walk right by. Bulls walked within 30 yards of us.
As you can see, it's a beautiful day. I don't have a hat or gloves on. We're walking out to check out some posts.
Just looking back up towards Lookout Point, and you can see Thorofare Buttes kind of to the right and in the distance. Be up towards Deer Creek Pass, past those. You're looking down on the Yellowstone River. There's some pretty good fishing down there in the summer times. Yeah, like that. I was looking down the Yellowstone River, and the Trident South Point, Cliff Creek, Middle Point, Escarpment Creek, and Overlook Point. Up Thorofare Creek and Hawks Rest. Some of that country's kind of wet. Yeah, next couple episodes we'll fly on down the Yellowstone over to Thorofare Creek.